I'm so thankful, our beloved God and Father, for your grace upon my life and for the opportunity you always grant us to share your word so that your word will fully transform us, heal us, deliver us, and edify our lives. I believe even this moment you have a word to speak to us. As your children, we are readily waiting for your Spirit to usher us into that. For the glory of your name, in Jesus' mighty name, amen. Amen. It's so wonderful having you right now. I thank the grace of God. Today, I've been meditating about how far God has gotten us. It's been a long journey. It's been a very tiresome journey. A journey full of challenges. A journey full of hills and mountains. We have moved in the midst of troubles, but God has been so faithful and gracious to lead us up to here. Over 30 years ago, I've been meditating about that. My mom left me when I was about 10 or 12 years. My father died and I was left alone. Now I'm wondering, how did I make it? Was it by my energy? Was it by my might? Was it because I was so hardworking? No. Was it because I was influential? No. Because I was a young man. But I've seen the grace of God throughout my entire journey of life. However, in the midst of the grace of God working in our lives, there are people God has positioned in our way to render a hand to see us what we are today. Similarly, somebody watching me, there are people that God has put in your journey. God has positioned along that painful journey to hold you by a hand and maybe to usher you unto the world, to usher you unto opportunities. God has used several people. But in our lifestyle, most people don't want to talk about the fact that there are people that have supported them. They are there. You have people that have stood by your side. God has used. Recently, when we were sharing with someone, he said that, are you aware that there are many people you've dumped and forgotten, but these are people who stood by you, who made open doors before you. They opened the door for you, tree somewhere, and they are forgotten. So I want us to share about remembrance. We are getting this from the book of 2 Samuel, chapter 9 from verse 1. And David said, is there anyone that is left of the house of Saul, that I may show him kindness for Jonathan's sake? And there was of the house of Saul a servant whose name was Ziba, and they called him unto David. And the king said unto him, art thou Ziba? And he said, Thy servant is he. And the king said, Is there not yet any of the house of Saul, that I may show the kindness of God unto him? And Ziba said unto the king, Jonathan has yet a son, who is lame of his feet. And the king said unto him, Where is he? And Ziba said unto the king, Behold, he is in the house of Machir, the son of Amiel, in Lodibar. The king David sent and fetched him out of the house of Machir, the son of Amiel, from Lodibar. And Mephibosheth, the son of Jonathan, and the son of Saul, came unto David and fell on his face and did obeisance. And David said, Mephibosheth, and he answered, Behold thy servant. And David said unto him, Fear not, for I will surely show thee kindness for Jonathan thy father's sake, and will restore thee all the land of Saul thy father, and thou shalt eat bread by my table. Amen. David, when he became king over Israel, he started recalling the journey that he passed through. He remembered that when he came into the palace after defeating Goliath, King Saul brought him close to him in the palace. However, because of envy, Saul plotted to kill David because David had obtained favor from all the people of Israel after killing Goliath. So Saul started persecuting David so that he would kill him. But Jonathan, the son of Saul, and according to the tradition of Israel, who was deemed to become the heir of Saul because he was his firstborn, chose to preserve David. He would tell him every plot his father Saul had planned against him to kill him. And he saved him not only once, not only twice, but so many times. And David did not die in the hand of Saul. So after the death of Saul, the king, and David was enthroned the new king of Israel, the Bible has told us David remembered and said, Who is left of the house of Saul, that I may do them well for Jonathan's sake? Because Jonathan was his friend. He had saved him. He had shared moments of love together with David before he became king. So when he sat on a throne of a king, he remembered. Do you remember, people, when you have entered into your office? There are people who voted you into that office. Do you take time to remember them? There are people who stood with you in your education career. There are people who opened doors for you to get that job opportunity. Do you remember them? In this message, I'm imploring you, brother and sister, to remember every person that held you by hand in your journey of success. You can't imagine how much it could have cost them to provide you with what they provided you, to support you the way they supported you. It might have not been enough, but it took a big price for that person to do it for you. Remember them like King David remembered the house of Saul for Jonathan's sake. For the sake of that person that supported you, that led you, that guided you, that prayed for you, that financed you, that supported you, that gave you moral support. advice, and all kinds of help. Remember them. And God will bless you because you will have done the greatest thing you meant to do. In Jesus' mighty name. God bless you so much. I love you.